Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey, and welcome back to another quick chat. On a quick chat, we about to talk about these real housewives, or shall I say, former housewives. But when it comes to Miss Kim Zolciak, she's one of them in between housewives. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not giving that she a real housewife. Because I feel like she ain't really being taken care of like that. Because if so, she probably would be taking care of, her bills. Because the last time we talked about her, y'all know she owed Target, like what, a few $1,000s for a credit card bill. So I just feel like she's not really being taken care of like that to be a housewife. But I guess since she was on the show, honey, it's giving former housewife. So let's go ahead and get into Miss Kim Zolciak. We'll also be talking about Eva Marcille, the divorce that's supposed to be happening, and the settlement that they have kind of reached just a little bit. And we're also going to get into Nene leaks and what's happening with this arrest surrounding her son, okay, the oldest son. But first off, let's go ahead and talk about Miss Kim Zolciak, okay, because Radar Online is reporting that Miss Kim Zolciak's husband Kroy is accused of refusing to pay the six-figure credit card bill as IRS demands the $1 million. Now keep in mind, they owe the IRS that $1 million. They surely do. But there is a credit card bill that Kim Zolciak, accrued or whatever over with a Target. But Kroy said he's not paying it. And if it ain't Kroy's bill, I don't blame him. Let Kim pay it because she should have never, put herself in that position. High key, But whatever, honey. They're saying Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kim Zolciak and her husband Kroy Biermann's financial problems continue to worsen. All right, with the NFL star now being dragged to court over an unpaid credit card bill. So y'all reported that it was Kim's bill. So now is it Kroy's bill? And that's where y'all have me confused. Or do both of them, girl? Actually, if they are both in financial crisis, then hell, both of them about got a bill that need to be taken care of and paid and stuff. So okay then, girl. Now, I get it. Let's keep going. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, Discover Bank filed a lawsuit against Kroy on July 14th, honey. Okay? I mean, girl, they could at least let y'all set up a payment plan to do something. Oh, girl, this is definitely Kroy's bill here. This is Kroy's bill because this amount looks like it's more than what Kim had. Now that I think about it, Kim actually had a 4-figure deal or not deal, but a 4-figure balance on one of her credit cards that she owes that she hasn't paid in almost a year. Kroy has the 6-figure one. Okay. So hers could have been like, let's see, maybe 9,000 or something, anywhere from 1 to 9,000. His is over 10,000. All right. So they're saying that he is refusing to pay $11,275 that's owed. So now they about to take this man to court. But I just feel like, as a human being, let's take away the fact that they are celebrities and, they supposed to have the big books and stuff. It's like, girl, if the people didn't have the money, we need to change that a little bit with the law or something. Because if the people didn't have the money to make the regular payments, what makes you think that you taking them to court gonna force them to have the money too? Like, girl, what is it giving? Okay? Because if they file for bankruptcy, then what? Girl, I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to come down the pipeline at a later time. But anywho, they're saying Discover has demanded the entire unpaid balance plus attorney fees. The last billing statement showed a payment due as of May 22nd of this year. Okay. And the minimum balance was $2,000. Now they're saying his bill showed Kroy made multiple payments for purchases related to his Xbox and Uber Eats expenses. No, you didn't? Girl, I guess, but once sit up there and pay the bill for it. So they're saying the $11,000 debt is, but see, here's the thing. Uber Eats and Xbox is giving that could be for the kids. The kids probably could have been up there too playing on their Xbox and them ordering food for the kids while they out of school. So it could have been that, gotta do what you gotta do for the children now. But anywho, they're saying the $11,000 debt is minor compared to the other debts that's been racked up by the couple. And they not lying because y'all know the IRS said they want their $1 million and that's just what it is. All right. They owe the IRS $1,147,834. Yes, they do. So we just gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to see if they are going to get if they're gonna get any of that coin. We're just gonna have to wait and see how that's gonna play out. Y'all know Kim and Kroy said that they were getting this divorce from each other, and then next thing you know, they pulled it off the table after dragging each other in court and dragging each other in the blogs as well. So y'all not gonna tell me nothing, because I know Kim was over there reporting certain things and certain information to certain people. So girl, they was over there dragging each other. And then now all of a sudden they pulling it off the table. Girl, what in the Drew, Sidora, and Ralph Pittman is really going on over here? I do not know. I do not know. We gonna see. And then Kroy, didn't you owe some money to like a casino or something like that out there in the Bahamas? Because you didn't pay off all your debt. Don't you owe them money too? Girl, listen. That's why Kim over there trying to show her arse over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta and come for the queen, Miss Kenya Moore. And listen, as much as I know Kenya gonna fire your ass up if you go over there, I'm not even interested in you getting paid off of the back of my girl, Miss Kenya, putting in that work, reading your ass the fuck down. Okay? So I don't even think you worth that. So I really don't want to see you back. But they're gonna try and figure out a way to finagle you back on the episode. And I feel like they're gonna give her, if she comes back, they're gonna give her a healthy check. But she's likely not gonna be a main cast member. She's gonna be a friend of the show. And I feel like Kim has that privilege to come back to the show and not be on there full time. Get y'all just a little piece, come in as a friend of the show, but be making money like the big girls, like the head girls that's on the show. I definitely see it, because here's the thing. One thing about Kim, when it gets too high, all she gonna do is leave the show anyway. She gonna walk off. She gonna be like, I'm leaving. Kroy, come pick me up, or whatever the case is. So she might as well just be a friend of, if she was to ever then return. But I'm not interested. You know, a lot of people like, oh, Kenya, let Kim come back. Kenya gonna read her. Girl, she ain't finna make no money off the back of my good sis, because she done read her ass down. And Kim would sit up there and happily take all those reads, because she knows she probably getting paid $1 million plus. Okay, read me, girl. I'm a create beef with you just because I know the $1 million they finna pay me. I can go ahead and get into the IRS. So yes, please read me down, girl. Let me go ahead. No, ma'am. Let her stay where she at with her struggles. Anyway, that's pretty much that when it comes to Kim and Kroy, honey. Let me go ahead and move on to Miss Eva Marcille, all right? Because they're saying that Eva Marcille and her husband, soon to be ex-husband, Mr. Michael Sterling, reached a settlement in their divorce, okay? They're saying that a short while ago, Eva Marcille announced that she filed for a divorce from her husband, Michael Sterling, which he then stated he was going to fight for his marriage. Y'all remember that? That man said he was gonna fight for his marriage. He was not gonna let Miss Girl go. And it seems like, yes, the hell you are. Because if a person don't want to be with you, it ain't nothing you can do to make them stay. Hello? And Eva said she wants her free. Okay. I don't know if she wants to go out here and be for the streets or anything, but she wants her free. And I question whether or not Eva would ever consider getting married again later on down the line, or if she just gonna find her a life partner and just do it like that. You feel me? But anywho, they're saying the couple has since reached a partial settlement in their divorce. And according to the court documents, they both informed the judge that they reached a partial settlement. Okay. So they did let the judge know that, but they're still working to resolve other issues that they have going on. Now, reports state that they should come to a final agreement that will be documented very soon. Okay. So we're going to find out some good details on what's happening with them very, very soon. So, Miss Girl, what's going on? I do wonder what the partial agreement is. I feel like the partial agreement could likely be related to just the kids, maybe. Maybe it could be something related to just the kids. Let me see if they may have any additional details on Radar Online. Let's see if they may tell me something. Nope, not a whole lot going on. All we know at this time is that they have reached some type of agreement at this time. Documents will be coming soon. So when those documents come soon on exactly what they reached the agreement on, we'll get into that at that time. All right. But in the meantime, as we're speaking on Eva Marcille, can we talk about her ex, Kevin McCall, real quick? Yeah, her daughter's dad. Let's talk about Kevin McCall, because they're saying that he's ordered to pay a former lover $1.5 million over an alleged assault. Do you hear what I say? And I wish we knew who the lady was. I don't know who she is, but they are saying that he was hit with a 7-figure judgment after a former partner sued him over alleged domestic violence. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all men, that's what you get. I do not feel bad for this man by any means. I do not care. I feel no ways. no bad about nothing that this man has going on. If you violated her, that's what you get. And guess what? I hope more DV victims decide that they're gonna haul off and sue y'all, especially if they have the evidence to match. Okay, especially if they have that, because for this young lady, I didn't even get into the case to even know anything about it, but if they awarded this woman 1.5 million, that lady had to have clear evidence, pictures, bruises, everything. You hear what she probably even had video, you know what I'm saying, to really prove her damn case and pay that lady her money. Because I don't know why the fuck you, Kevin, have not learned your damn lesson. And y'all know what's crazy? I know we be on Chris Brown and everything about how he be out here acting and stuff, but girl, this is the gag for me. Kevin McCall so crazy that Chris not even fooling with his ass. Girl, that makes me scream. I think that is just the most funniest thing. Like, Kevin McCall can be so unhinged, allegedly, girl. He can be so out there that Chris Brown don't even f with him. Okay, but then I also remember a time where I believe Kevin McCall was coming for Chris on social media as well. But Chris put you on his songs, on more than one song. You know, I think you could have helped write some things, maybe sing on a few tracks. And, you know, Chris, you know, helped you get a little money. So I ain't understand why he was coming for Chris. It was all those years ago. But this man can be so off, you know, in another world that, girl, you got Chris around who don't even fuck with you. Girl, I cannot. But let's go ahead and let's keep going. All right, they're saying that Mr. Kevin McCall, a music producer, they say he's worked with Kanye West, Justin Bieber, Joe Jonas, Chris Brown. He was arrested back in 2019, so it seems like he was arrested back in 2019 for said incident. And they said he was charged with one felony count of injuring a spouse or a cohabitant, and the alleged incident took place on January 14th in 2019. Now, McCall was released on a $75,000 bond, and the court sentenced McCall to 5 years in state prison. Okay, but then they turned around and suspended the sentence. Interesting. Now, I know he and Eva, when they were together, they had some type of stuff going on, and I don't know if Eva ever press charges on him or not, but I know he got real physical with her. She was very open about that. She communicated about that after the relationship was completely over, after her daughter. I believe he was like that the entire relationship, or majority of the relationship, even before she had her daughter, you know. But I don't know if she ever sent him to prison or like ever pressed charges and stuff. That's what I wasn't sure about. But she's definitely been vocal about the abuse and things that she experienced in that relationship, for sure. They go on to say the judge placed McCall on probation and required him to serve 90 days in county jail. Baby, them residuals he's getting must be good, or he didn't got him a good job, because what this is given, if you were sentenced to 5 years in prison and that sentence was suspended, and then the judge gave you probation and required you to only serve 90 days in county jail, that means you must have had a good lawyer, honey. You must have had you a good lawyer that really is in the pocket of the judge. Like, what? Wow, which is so interesting, because the judge suspended that, did all of that, only for you to turn around and have to pay 1.5 million to this lady for what you did to her. I wonder if the judge is like regretting the decision of letting him be free. That's what I'm wondering. But they're saying the alleged victim filed a civil lawsuit after McCall's arrest. In the complaint, the accuser, who used her initial KM, okay, to bring the case, she accused the producer of DV and battery. Let me tell you something. I have to give her a hand clap, because Miss Girl wasted no time. She said, they said after he was arrested. Now, I'm not sure how far after he was arrested, right? It could have been after he actually went to trial for it, right? And then once she learned of the verdict, she could have probably decided to sue. But it's giving, she ain't waste no time. This man was very clear on where she stood with that relationship, and it was like, I'm done. I am completely the fuck out. And with that being said, I'm finna sue your ass. And she hopped right on it. And you know what? I feel like when more of these men start feeling these DV lawsuits, it just might make y'all rethink y'all fucking actions. Okay. Sometimes you got to hit the people in their pockets, honey. But then you just never know, because some of them so unhinged that they dare you to try them, and they're gonna still try and knock your head off anyway, girl. So, you know, but shout out to her. I'm gonna give her that one for sure. They're saying the woman accused McCall of punching her in the head, y'all, while she was driving on the freeway in Los Angeles. First of all, Los Angeles interstate is crazy. Okay, period. It's crazy. Girl, I feel like Los Angeles got more lanes than what we have here in Georgia, and it is crazy. You gotta roll the tongue on the R, girl. It's giving crazy. And you sitting over there punching somebody in the head. Are you okay? You weirdo. She claimed McCall was already on felony probation at the time for a prior act of DV. Ooh, so was that the one for Miss Eva? Because y'all know he has a daughter that's older than Eva's daughter. And there was also some issues going on with that mother as well, as to where she was kind of keeping that daughter from him. So I'm not sure if that's what this prior case was, whether it was related to Eva or the mother before her daughter. All right. But they're saying on the night before the alleged assault, the woman said McCall was verbally and physically abusive to her after she told him he could no longer stay at her home. Girl, you ain't got no house of your own? Girl, I don't let me find out you a bum or something like that, because y'all always be the ones if you are. But either way, either your family got money or somebody got money or something is going on, because you seem to have found you a good lawyer that was able to get you off of a 5-year prison sentence. Girl, what? Now they're saying the following day in the car, the young lady said McCall was still at her home and refused to leave. She offered to drive him to his grandmother's home. During the drive, she claimed he took out a joint to smoke. The accuser said she objected and tried to take the joint away. Okay, now you got to know who you're dealing with. I'm not saying she shouldn't have tried to do that, but you got to know who you're dealing with, and when you're driving. I'm going to hurry up and get you got my car. I already told you, don't do that. And then you're going to continue to do it. I'm not finna fight with you. I'm finna go get you to about my car, and you will not be seeing me no more. Promise you that. Girl, it's giving he ain't got no car and he ain't got no house. But it sounds like he must have some good line. That's what it's giving. So she called McCall, right? She said McCall then punched her. She said McCall then punched her in the right side of her head, causing her head to slam against the driver's side window. The woman said she struggled to understand what had just happened and regain control of her vehicle. She believed she was going to die, according to that suit. That's how that young lady was feeling. She said the accuser said she was able to pull the car off the freeway and come to a stop. She said she wiped blood from her face. McCall took her phone and called his daughter to tell her not to believe anything she might hear about him and that it was not true. So he must have called his oldest daughter, because he damn sure did not call the younger daughter. And then you took her phone to call your child. What's going on? So could this be the mama that you got back with? Did you get back with the oldest girl's mama? And then, oh girl, this is interesting, because listen, ma'am, if y'all took a break from each other and you went back to him, girl, what? Girl, what? You went back to this man? What happened with that? Like, girl, what? Girl, who, what? Let's keep going, because this is getting real interesting here. Okay, this had the accuser said she was aware of reports of similar incidences during her relationship with him, who is publicly known as a songwriter, performing artist, all of that. But she had believed him assuring her that those women were liars. Girl, are you serious? She believed that those women are liars who made the allegations for publicity and money. You really think that Eva Marcille would sit up there and lie on him when she already had the clout and everything that she needed from the early 2000s because of America's Next Top Model, and she went on to go acting? Do you really think she needed any damn thing from this man? You really believe that? Girl, what? No, ma'am. Okay, so anywho, he told her that he got in her psyche and she believed him. So she went along with it, thinking that things were going to be different for her. Now, the woman's lawsuit demanded an unspecified amount, for damages for, DV and the battery. She claims to have suffered emotional and physical injuries. All right. Now, in response, McCall denied all allegations of wrongdoing. Of course he would. He argued that if any physical contact is proven to have occurred, plaintiff consented to any touching that are proven. Girl, what? So she approved for you to punch her in the head and for her face to start bleeding? Girl, what? Further, his lawyer claimed the woman initiated said touching and escalated the incident. So I guess her reaching over, trying to get the blunt out of his hand, is what led to him striking her. I don't think that's good enough to me, because how she reached over wasn't a threat. She didn't reach over to hit him. She reached over to grab something. Yeah, it was to grab something from him. I guess some people would take that as like, you violate my personal space, so I'm going to respond with hitting you. But at the same time, you're in her vehicle. If she's already asked you to not do that, don't do that. But I know I would not have reached over. I just would have hurried up and got him out my car and been done with him. But everybody handles things differently, so I'm not coming down on her for that. But McCall said the woman was not scared during any alleged incident. You are, girl, I do not like this. I just don't believe nothing he's saying. Nothing he's talking about. McCall then stopped responding to the case, which led to the accuser being awarded that default judgment of $1.5 million. Girl, because he stopped responding. So it's giving your attorney stop responding because you ain't had the rest of that money for that attorney. Okay, that's what it's giving. I cannot. Now, again, they are citing that Eva Marcille did, mention the abuse that she also experienced in that relationship with that man. She was with him from 2013 to 2015. And they also have a daughter that her name was Marley McCall, from my understanding, but Eva got her last name changed to Sterling. So I believe it's Marley Sterling. So now that she's divorcing Sterling, I think she's probably going to keep her daughter's name the same. But if you don't see your child, Mr. Kevin, that's really on you, because you're showing, and this case is proving, that you have not really changed your behavior. And I don't know what mama is going to want their child around a violent person like that. You might not be violent to your child, but you might subject them to a violent activity based on how you are. And if she don't want her kid around you, like, I ain't even mad at it. Like, just unfucking hinge. Get your shit together. Get your life on track. Period. But anywho, let's go ahead and let's get into Miss Nene Leakes. All right. So what they're saying here is that Nene Leakes' son Bryson was arrested for felony possession of drugs. Okay, Nene, you might need to go get you one of them good lawyers, okay, to make sure that your son don't be on lockdown. You might have to go over there and get not Bryson's, but Kevin McCall's attorney, and see if he licensed in whatever state your son got caught up in. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into these fine details over here on page 6, because they're saying that Nene Leakes' oldest son, Bryson Bryant, is currently in jail on felony drug possession charges. Now, according to arrest records obtained by the page 6, they're saying the 33-year-old was arrested July 3rd and hit with several charges, including possession of a Schedule II controlled substance, violation of probation, loitering, and giving a false name, address, or birthday. What? I'm surprised he didn't get locked up on the spot. Or did he? When did he get out? Now, per a criminal warrant obtained by Radar Online, they're saying he was arrested at a home in Lawrenceville, Georgia, after allegedly evading police and claiming he knew the people that lived at the residence, which was false. Now, during his arrest, Bryant reportedly lied to cops and gave them his younger brother Brent's name, y'all. Bryant's name. He also allegedly gave cops the address of a residence the Real Housewives of Atlanta alum had sold years ago. Girl, this boy needs help. Listen, Nene, girl, ever since you left Housewives, you have been dealing with so much, honey. So, I mean, really, it started before Housewives, but girl, it's been like things back to back to back. Greg's cancer situation that was ongoing. You ended up losing him, I believe, that next year after you left Housewives. I think that's accurate. Shortly after that, you get in this relationship with this man whose wife decided that she's going to sue you, okay, because you quote unquote took her man or whatever. Then from there, your son Brent was in this horrible car accident and had to relearn how to walk all over again. Thank God he is doing much, much better. Then you had some issues with Lanithia Lounge, and I don't even know if Lanithia Lounge is even around anymore. I honestly do not know. I have not been over there. I haven't seen anybody posting about it. It might be in full effect. I just don't know. But I know that there was some issues and things, right? dealing with that. And then now here it is, you got your son Bryson over here being caught up, and it sucks because at whose expense is it going to come? Yours, because you're likely going to have to be the one to get the attorney and do this and do that and make sure that your son is good. And it's just like, dang, Nene going through all of this stuff. Like, she has been going through a lot the past few years, and I kind of feel bad for her a bit, because it's not anything that she's actively doing. Maybe that one thing where she ended up getting sued by the wife, for dating the husband. But I feel like y'all should be out here trying to sue y'all husbands for stepping out on the marriage too. Not just out here suing the side chick because you feel like she took the husband, because they can only go off of whatever the hell it is that he over there saying. Right? So I just feel like, girl, y'all need to sue y'all husband for emotional distress, because he causing you more stress than the outside woman, because he's the one that took the vows with you and has the contract and the certificate with whatever state, country, or whatever y'all got it in. So y'all need to figure out a way to sue them. So it's like a lot of this stuff to me don't really be at fault of herself, but she's having to endure and experience a lot of this. And it's just crazy to me. Like, Lord have mercy, what the hell is going to be next? But let's go ahead and keep going. And you know what's crazy? Let me just say this. I truly hate how things went down with her in Real Housewives of Atlanta. Although at the time when she decided to leave, I was like, girl, go. Because your attitude, like, you can go, Nene. Nobody cares. But now I'm looking at it like Nene got so much storyline. It's ridiculous. And it's sad because we can't see it. We see it through the blogs, right? But she has so much storyline. And girl, listen, I don't know what she'll ever be able to do to get back over there after making those allegations, honey. But anywho, let's go ahead and let's just keep going, because Mr. Bryson, you a bit unhinged, honey. Not you done gave out the address to to the house your mama sold, unless you don't got the address to the house that she's at. And then you sent over there giving up your little brother's information. Ooh, child, girl, I'll be beefing with my brother. Like, ain't no way. Don't get me caught up in your bush. For sure. Don't do that. So Bryant was booked into the Gwinnett County jail after midnight, and his bond was set at $3,700 per the jail record. So I'm sure he got out like that night, like the very next morning. I'm sure he was like, I'm good. Girl, like, y'all done put all these charges on this man. Maybe those charges wasn't on him prior, but they're alleging that he was caught with fentanyl. So I'm like, girl, that's a serious drug that's been taking people out. So why would you only put somebody at a bail at $3,700? And this is just not for Bryson, it's for anybody. Why would you put them at such a low bail that they can get out and be back out on the street selling the same thing, like, to the next few people? Like, why would you do that? And then you already got him for violating his probation. So why would you give him such a low bail for him to get back out? Like, what's going on? Girl, again, they may have already secured a really good attorney. Now, following the run-in, they're saying he was also charged with violating the the probation, as we said. Okay, Page 6 has reached out to Nene for a comment, but she has not said anything since. Now, they're saying that Bryson has had his fair share of run-ins with the law since his mom became a household name on Bravo TV, child. Ooh, girl, in 2011, he was arrested for a DUI after failing to stay in his lane while driving. The following year, he was detained for driving while his license was suspended. Just want to be a troublemaker. Like, was he not given enough attention when he was younger? Like, what is happening? Girl, he was arrested in 2015 after giving officers a false name during a raid. So this isn't something that's uncommon to him, right? At the time, Bryson was among a group of suspects who were allegedly planning to print counterfeit checks at a local fast food restaurant. And I just don't be understanding. Like, Nene at some point created a really good life, and this is what I'll never understand: when your parents create a really good life for you to not be a part of a certain type of group of people. For some reason, kids that's not from that area, like those, certain groups or whatever, the hood, whatever you want to call it, they always want to find their way back to that space, as if they got something they got to prove to those people or something. Like, I don't know, maybe he was sheltered and then now He's out here acting the hell up because now can't nobody tell him what the hell to do. But whatever it is, it's tragic, and I hate to hear it. And I hate to hear that Nene also has been, dealing with and going through all of that. I'm just not even gonna hold y'all. That is a lot. But that's all that I have at this time. I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments about everything that we talked about with these former housewives. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads at JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.